In 2016, Cadillac unveiled the Escala, which detailed Cadillac's future design philosophy, which we see in today's cars. This car was on the same Omega platform as the CT6, though it is 6 inches longer. At first glance, the Escala seems to be a black car, but it is in fact blackish brown in what Cadillac calls the Gaia finish. And this Cadillac is the first car since the Seville that features horizontal lights. Cadillac did this to give the car a more harmonious and simplistic look. This, in my opinion, is the most attractive part of the car. The Cadillac emblem has a vividless tone, which adorns a 3D mesh pattern with smaller emblems. And the front is finished with OLED daytime running lamps. Now let's move into the interior of this car, which has a concept car-esque interior, but also shows what Cadillac's interiors look today. The infotainment screens are a triple layer display designed by Samsung, which encases the whole front of the car, and it's similar design to what you see in Cadillac today. While the steering wheel is very simplistic with very few, if any, buttons at all. Now, the interior is a white leather with a gray cloth, which encases the upper door panels and the backs of the seats. Speaking of back of the seats, the rear passengers are presented with LED screens for their viewing and entertainment pleasures. These screens seem to be stored in the base of the headrest. Now, I wouldn't be able to forgive myself if I didn't talk about the panoramic roof, which I must say is probably one of the largest panoramic roofs I've ever seen on a car, and one we haven't seen on the likes of Cadillac in I don't know how long. So let's talk about some of the power numbers for the Escala. This car had a twin turbocharged V8 that made over 500 horsepower, an engine which I believe is now in the CTS-V. So Cadillac wasn't playing around when they came up with this concept car. This was the last of the 3 concept cars Cadillac first envisioned back in 2007. While concept cars like the El Mirage were shown when Cadillac was first starting to transition into their modern styling, the Escala was unveiled when they already started making the change in 2016. So this car does look a lot like the CT6 and doesn't really represent the future of what Cadillac plans on bringing to the table. Now, there was a lot of hope that this car would be coming into production, but I think that hope has faded because it has been a few years since we heard anything about this concept car. It seems to me Cadillac has used the sale of their other cars to gauge how much interest there was in this car, and that was a mistake because this car looks so much better than the cars they actually put on sale. And if you're somebody like me, you're probably looking at the CT6 or any other Cadillac like, okay, that's a nice looking car, but what about the El Mirage? What about the Escala? One of those cars coming. Those are the cars I'm really interested in. And that is a mistake I think Cadillac always makes. They come up with designs for concept cars that are breathtaking, amazing, and would blow any other car out of the water, and then they come out with these generic cars that nobody really cares about, that look okay but don't look good or aren't on the same level as other luxury cars. I think with Cadillac could have changed the game, but I've said that about Cadillac concept cars, and it's a shame because these cars would sell well, but I don't know why Cadillac is not pulling the trigger on them. It's really a shame because I do believe this car would sell better than any Cadillac ever, but it's not really up to me, and maybe Cadillac knows something I don't. So tell me, what do you think of the Escala? Do you think it's a car that should have been released years ago, or do you think there's still a future for it? Let me know in the comments. And with that said, I want to let you guys get out of here, and I will catch you in the next one.